Just another day in the life of Tom. I am here in a Tractor Supply parking lot, and there's a fire extinguisher, a knife, a screwdriver, safety glasses, a 3/8 inch nylon coupling, a chunk of fuel line, and a 3/8 bolt. So we're gonna go see what the hell just happened. So my emergency 3/8 rubber fuel line fix that I had to do when I accidentally broke the nylon line and have not been able to source another nylon line since, and every car I've looked at in the scrapyard is a 2004 or earlier, and the 5 and 6 have a different fuel pump, but I digress. It's now spliced together with a 3/8 coupler and 2 hose clamps, and I'm covered in gasoline and my arm is burning horribly. PSA, don't use rubber fuel lines. This is why, because they just suddenly break and you go to adjust your trailer and go, oh, everything smells like gasoline. And then you get gasoline all over everything in your undercarriage and almost your exhaust and almost die. Well, we're home now, and it's even worse, and I nearly died because the chains on the trailer I was pulling were covered in gasoline, and they were dragging on the cement, so that was one good spark and a stop, or me driving over one wayward cigarette butt from me dying. Awesome. Great, and this is all because I cannot buy the proper fuel line for this Jeep. Nobody sells them. This is, by the way, this is the battery's disconnected. This is just what is pressurized in the fuel line that is leaking out. I'm high on gasoline, by the way, if you haven't been able to tell. Oh, Jesus. I can't buy the proper fuel line for this Jeep. It's a nylon line. It's got like a 7/16 and a 5/16 fitting on it. It broke when I replaced my fuel pump, and like a dumbass, I threw out the line instead of trying to fix the couplers on it. And every time I've gone to a scrapyard, I have been incapable of finding the correct line, because the correct line is only on like 2005 and 2006 Jeep Liberties, and all they've had every time I've gone in has been like 2004 through 2002 Liberties, and they have a completely different line and it's not the same. And I've had this just garbage AutoZone, look at that shit, and I've had this garbage AutoZone fuel line on it. PSA, don't buy AutoZone fuel line. Okay, so here we are on the Jeep again. There is the end of the metal line that runs to the engine up there. I believe that is 5/16, and well, it's 8mm, I think it's metric. And then up here, all the way over on the top of the tank, and it's way back there, it's like 8 inches back there, is the fitting on top of the fuel pump. And I'm afraid that might be 10mm. Once again, I can find nothing on this. I haven't gone to a dealership or anything to ask them to look up a part number, because they're probably gonna give me the wrong one anyway. But let's be real. But yeah, I think I've got 3 foot of fuel line on here, because I think I bought a 3-foot piece, and I just said I'm just gonna stuff it on here, not cut it in half and then be SOL and have to go buy another, because this was the second one I bought, because I bought a 5/16 because that was 5/16, but it turns out the connector up on top of the fuel pump is like 10mm 3/8. It was an absolute struggle to get this 3/8 on, so I'm afraid it might be 10mm, because I bought 3/8 connectors, so we'll find out. Easiest solution is go to a scrapyard and get it and just replace it, but the last couple times I've gone, once again, they've only had like 2003s in the yard. So anyway, to get to this, you're going to have to drop the tank, or at the very least you're going to have to drop this side of the fuel tank straps, wherever that is, up in there, or the front too, so that you can get your arm in there to get that connector off. And of course, once again, I've got 15 gallons in here, so that's going to be fun. I may have to siphon it out. So we'll see how that goes. If I'm lucky, I can just drop one side or the front. I don't have to disconnect the filler neck, and I don't have to siphon out the gas tank. Hello, parts. Goodbye, OKQ. Man, I don't get how they can legally get away with selling this as fuel line. Like, in a day and age where everything is, like 10 to 15% ethanol, this is like, borderline. Even though it is, it's not quite fraud, negligence. It's ethically, indefensible and morally wrong to sell this shit as fuel line at an auto parts store. That's just fucked. Like, you gotta label it as diesel line, or like not for ethanol use. They didn't have a damn disclaimer. That's fucked. Well, we got her in 4-wheel drive, car in park, front wheel chalked. Then I've got jack stands, and I've got these Harbor Freights, all, I think, second from the top. Got the frame jacked up, gives me as much clearance as possible with the rear wheel still touching the ground so that I have 6 points of contact. Then we jacked up, or put a jack on the fuel tank, disconnected the EVAT, or the charcoal canister, the filler neck, the fuel line, and dropped her, or took both of the straps off, dropped her down, and put new fuel line on. And then did all that in reverse. Turns out I'm just a big dumb, and it's the same fuel line, I think. It does indeed have a 90-degree connector. I don't know how I messed that up. Anyway, I feel like a retard now. But what's new? So then come over here and it just never ends. Got a screw in the tire, but luckily I think it's at like a 15-degree angle and it should just come out. Yep, thank God. It was only a 1 1/4. But yeah, we're gonna pop the key in this thing, got the battery hooked back up, and we're gonna see if it sprays gas everywhere. With my luck, it's probably going to. We're going for the big 250. Alright, fuel pump is a pumping. Let's see if we got gas spraying everywhere or not. Well, so far so good, no gas there. And I'll do that a couple of times, let it prime the system. Well, car's running. I don't smell gas, I smell, you know, I smell a rich fuel mixture, but I don't smell gas. So that's a good sign. Nothing's leaking off of the outside. I don't see any puddles. Let me just crawl under here and suck in some of this exhaust. Yep, she's doing all right. If the pump side was leaking, I'd be able to smell it by now and it'd be running down the front of this thing, so I think we're good. Hot damn. All right, there we go. That wasn't really a how-to video, just a bit of a vlog and kind of bullshit I have to deal with. But Theseus survives. No car fire yet. There's always hope though. So I'm gonna take her off the stands, drive her out front, and enjoy the rest of my Saturday. It's only like fucking 2 o'clock. Great. Anyway, if you like this kind of trash, I don't know why you would. Go down there, give the video a like, comment, tell me how much of a smooth brain inbred I am. Any engagement helps. You're damned if you do, damned if you don't. And if you want to see more of this garbage, you gotta stick around, so go down there, smash that subscribe button, and until next time, Tom out.